things are going to be done a little bit differently for now. It's nothing against you all, because you guys have again supported me through hell and back. I am about this close from giving up both YouTube and trying to get my old stuff back. I really don't want to do that because this was my life before, you know, I got everything taken down, and I have tried everything to get that fixed and nothing is working. So hey, I Dragon Gaming. So I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I have tried everything I can think of. Nothing's working, and I'm not getting very far on this channel, so which is expected because, you know, it's a brand new start and everything else. You know, if I'm able to get my stuff back, I will, but I don't know. I know I should have archived videos, and I wish I did. I'm kind of regretting not doing that. But I couldn't have done it anyway because A, I don't have a computer, so that would not have worked. And B, it would have eaten up my phone storage, and then I would not have had access to my phone, and I can't have that because if an emergency somehow arrives or occurs, I need to be able to contact people, and I have to have access to my phone for that. As far as the live action Freddy vs. Jason is concerned, I'm not 100% sure on when we will be able to do that. We are still working on it. It's not completely onto the shelves yet and completely forgotten about. We are still trying to do that, but I'm getting my pickup truck before I work on that because that's going to be twice as much, or like 5 times as much money, and it's going to take a long time to do stuff. So I know I should have made backup channels and stuff like that. Trust me, I wanted to, but then I would have to maintain everything, upload one video on one channel and go back to the other. It would have just been a whole nightmare and a whole mess of things to do. So I realized I should have, could have, would have, should have, but I didn't. So I can't change that. There's one person who can, and they probably won't do it. So before we get too much farther, I did get your lines for Joker. I have not recorded them yet because I'm not sure how you want me to record them yet. So it all depends on what's going on. I will not be available tomorrow or Sunday. So yes, I will do the Joker lines. How do you want them done? Like, what particular voice do you want? Just the best Joker voice I can pull up, or do you want something in particular? Because if you want something in particular, it's going to take me a little bit to figure out exactly what you want. I mean, I can send you like trials or like tests and see which ones you like the best, and then whichever one you like the best is the one that I'll do. So, or if you just want me to just talk normally, then I'll just talk normally. But if you want a special Joker voice, I'm more than happy to figure one out, work one out. I don't care. If you want it, I'll figure it out. So, but it's basically, this video is going to explain why I haven't been doing as many stop motions as I should be. And it's because I am I'm dying. I am very much so depressed because I have true, yeah. I'm probably gonna use like a voice recorder or something, and then submit it through maybe comments or hangouts or something. I don't know how the hell I'm going to do this, but I'll figure it out. So either way, it's going to be a little bit tough for me for the next couple of weeks. That's why I haven't been uploading any stop motions, because I am just so upset and like everything I try to do just makes it worse. So via email, yeah. I have to have your email address first, so or Gmail or whatever. So I prefer to use Gmail because I don't really know I know my email, but I think it's easier to go through Gmail, because I think A, it's faster, and B, it's like I don't know, like more reliable or something. So yeah, I mean, it's videos on this channel are going to be really tight. And I know I've said this before, but okay, hold on. I got the email, hopefully. I don't know when I'll be able to do any real big stop motions. Just past couple of weeks have just sucked, and everything I try to do just simply makes it worse, and I am at that point where I just don't care enough anymore. You know, it's not that I don't care about y'all or YouTube, because believe me, I do. But I have tried everything to get my old stuff back, and nothing has worked. And I literally put my blood, sweat, and tears into everything I did there. So, and now that all of that's gone, I can't do anything else until either that is fixed, or I just remake everything I did. So I don't want to remake everything, trust me. You know, I might remake like Kruger, Gravity Man, Ghost Rider, that kind of thing. I might remake those, like the small big ones, but I'm not going to remake like Spider-Man or the Lego Movie or stuff like that. I'm not going to remake all of those, because those were just awful, for one thing, and they weren't really they weren't really that popular either. I mean, you know, granted, Ghost Rider was my least popular movie out of all of them, aside from the Lego Movie. But Gravity Man was by far one of my best, and so was Kruger. So I can't undo or remake all my unboxing videos, because once it's open, you kind of can't reopen it. Plus, I don't have any boxes to unbox, so. And I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on crap to unbox. Because like I said, I am unfortunately spending $110 this Sunday on a display cabinet for model cars, and that's it. Everything else that I get money-wise is going to go to fund my truck, because I desperately want a truck. You know, my car is great and all, but it's not big enough for me. I'm literally almost too big for that car. So, nice try, but I have to A, find a box, and B, rewrap the whole thing, and it would not work well. it would not work well, but that's a very funny idea. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go to frickin' Irving Sunday to go pick up a display cabinet, and it's going to cost me $110. And like I said, you know, I would be more than happy to do, you know, like the 10 strange Dollar Tree items and stuff like that, but I also want to get my truck, and I can't do both at the same time. So I'm just going to, you know, once I get my license, I'll put $20 in for gas and $100 for insurance, and that's it. That's all I'm forfeiting, because I want my truck. I am almost, well, not almost there, because once I go get this cabinet Sunday, I'll be back at like $60. But either way, it's going to be tight. So I mean, you know, I want to do unboxing videos, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of money, because if I can avoid spending any money, that'd be great. So but I'll still do like my traditional, oh yeah, here's the new character type thing, or oh, here's a new model car type thing, or oh, this is going to be coming out soon, just don't know when. And like Captain America versus Thor, people are still bugging me for that, which I understand, because I released a trailer for it like 3 weeks ago. Hey, Trader Films. So real quickly, videos are going to be so super tight, it's not even going to be funny, because the last few weeks have sucked, and thank God we only have one more week. I only have one more week of school left, ever. So, but with that being said, I'm still trying to get my driver's license, and I'm trying to get a job. So I mean, once I get a job, things are going to be really packed. And the reason why I haven't been uploading a whole lot of stop motions lately is because I am incredibly depressed with literally losing everything. So, you know, it has taken a toll. I have 2 weeks each. That sucks. But, you know, it's been hard to get through the last couple of months, because I've spent 3 years of my life on this, and there's no proof of it anymore. I did everything by myself, everything was done by myself, and I now have nothing, essentially. You know, yeah, I have 12 subscribers, which is great. I'm not turning that down. But 12 versus 1,081. You like the bigger number. So, and, you know, it was fun and all doing the movies, and I might have to remake some of them. Like, I'll have to redo Kruger, Gravity Man, Ghost Rider, that kind of thing. You know, I'll remake those, but I honestly don't want to, because they were not easy to do the first time. Yeah. Middle school for me wasn't bad. I hated it though. I really did. I hated middle school. At least 6th grade. I hated 6th grade. 7th grade wasn't bad. 8th grade was, But yeah, I'm not 110% sure if I'll even be able to continue any of this. And don't freak out. Don't be like, oh my god, he's gonna quit, he's gonna quit. I'm not a quitter, but what more can I do? I mean, I've done all my best stuff is gone. I can't remake that as good as it was. You know, people are like, oh yeah, you can make it better than ever. No, I can't, because that was as good as it could get. You know, maybe the Ninja Turtles movie wasn't, but you know, that's still the best I could do. So I mean, I don't want to stop, but it's getting there, because I lost everything. So there's no point in trying to make it all up. There's no point in trying to remake all the stuff that was lost. So no, definitely not. But you know, it's not that I don't want to stop. So I don't care about the reaction videos. I care about the stop motions. That's what was the hard part. But you know, it's been a rough couple of weeks. I have extinguished all of my options. I've tried waiting, I've tried calling, I've tried emailing. Nothing has worked. and I highly doubt anything will. So, you know, if I need to, I will remake the biggest parts of like the hard parts, and just leave the easy stuff to the side. You know, I'll redo the Road Rally. I will redo Worlds Collide. I will redo Gravity Man, and I will redo Ghost Rider and Kruger. But as far as the Ninja Turtles movie is concerned, I will not do any kind of things with Ninja Turtles, because last time I tried that, it failed miserably. I will not remake Spider-Man, and I will not remake the Lego movie either. I know that's not fair to y'all, but neither is losing 3 years of work, because you guys enjoyed all of it, and that is by far the best part of it, is that you guys enjoyed watching those videos. You guys enjoyed Gravity Man. And now that that's all gone, I have to kind of remake it, because that way I can say, hey, look, you know, you guys have your stuff back. You know, I'm not going to just leave you hanging, but I can't remake everything. So, but even if I do remake it, it's still not going to be as good as the first time, because, you know, the words will be different, the motions will be different. You know, obviously there'll be some similarities, but everything is going to be different. The voices, I'm sure, are going to be different. The characters are not, but, you know, the story might be a little bit different. You know, those are all problems that I'm afraid of doing, because if I remake it, people are going to expect it to be the exact same. I can't remake all of them. I mean, this is my last school year, so I mean, technically I have the rest of my life to do all of this, but, you know, I also got to be a little bit uptight, because, you know, I can't keep doing this forever, and, you know, now that I have to start over, there's no point in continuing. I'm not remaking Spider-Man, and I'm not doing anything of the actions that were done in Spider-Man, because of how stupid they were. But, you know, what other choices do I have? I mean, I can't remake everything, and I cannot just drop everything either. I mean, I'm out of choices. I am literally up against a wall. So, I have no idea. Well, you can complain to YouTube, but they won't listen to just one person. They will listen to about 5,000 people. I didn't have near that many. So, but apparently if enough people complain about it, it could be undone, but I highly doubt anyone will complain about it that much. Aside from me, but I will say this, whoever gave the strike, well, if I ever meet them, they will wish that they were never born, because, you know, I guarantee you it was just some asshole sitting behind a computer eating a bag of chips just because, and feeling bad about his own life that he has to ruin my life. So, I'm not going to just ask for subs, because people do that all the time, and it drives me crazy. It's like, oh yeah, you know, be sure to do this, this, and this. It's like, oh yeah, you don't have a choice. That's not me. You know, you guys, if you guys don't want to subscribe, that's all fun and all, and it sucks for me, but, you know, it's free world. So, well, at least I think it is. I don't know. But videos are probably going to be super tight or non-existent. The reason why stop motion stuff has not kicked back up is because I am still trying to figure out how to get everything back, because I really don't want to remake everything. And the reason why I say I may have to retire before too long is the best I could do is gone. I can't redo that. I can't fix that. There's nothing I can do. And, you know, I can't just remake everything either, because then people who have seen the other stuff, I'd be like, well, this was different, well, this was different, well, this is different, oh, that wasn't there, oh, he didn't do that. And it's just going to be a whole bunch of extra crap on top of the other crap. And, you know, it's just going to be one massive headache, and I don't need a massive headache right now. You know, at best, I will remake Ghost Rider, Gravity Man, and Kruger. But I'm not going to remake every freaking movie I did, because it would just take too much time, and it would take a lot of patience, because especially the very long ones, like, trust me, if I could, legally, I would. I can't remake a 50-part movie, and I can't remake a 45-part movie either, but I can always shrink them down to where they're not as, holy crap. I'm not going to leave YouTube just yet, but honestly, what more can I do? I have done everything I possibly can. And all of the good stuff I did is no longer exists. I can't fix that. I've tried. So, I mean, it all depends on what's going on. So, I mean, you know, if I get news that I might be able to have my old stuff returned to me, that's great. You know, I'll make sure that I don't do anything stupid this time. But, you know, I don't want to remake all the big projects like Gravity Man and the Ghost Rider and friggin' Kruger. I cannot just remake those, because, again, people will point out where things are different, and it's going to drive me bonkers. So, you know, obviously the little stuff will still stay, like streaming stuff will show up, unboxings and things like that, new minifigure kind of stuff. But I could make them better, and then there's that point too, but those movies were as good as they could get. Now, obviously, Ghost Rider had room for improvement, because no one really cared for that one. Yes, I am still trying. Nothing is working, though. I have tried almost everything, except for driving up to wherever the hell YouTube's headquarters is, breaking down the door and raising a fuss, but that would just get me thrown in jail. So, and I don't like jail. I'm allergic to it. I'm allergic to psychomaniacs. So, but, you know, I mean, I'll still try to do as many things as I possibly can. You know, if I'm able to do an unboxing, I will. If I'm able to do a stop motion here and there, I will. You know, I'll still do my death battles and stuff, you know, the stuff that really kicked this old channel off the ground. But, you know, I can't just remake the big stuff, because, like I said, you know, yes, there is room for improvement on some of them, but it's going to take forever to get them to where they were. Because, like, you know, they weren't always perfect, especially the Ghost Rider movie, but unlike Kruger, you know, the Ghost Rider movie was just quick and easy. Kruger, on the other hand, was like 45 parts long. That is way too many videos to try to upload in a quick amount of time. So, you know, if I am able to remake it, great. You know, I will gladly do so. But there's no telling if it'll be better or not. I did. I made a new channel immediately after the old one got deleted. This is the new channel right now. So, but I don't know. But I know it sucks for y'all, and that's not fair to you guys, but my YouTube days are coming to an end, and you know, I will remake the big things that really took this channel to the next level. But like the Deadpool movie, was just a side thing that it didn't do that well for me. It was just there just because of, just because people wanted it. That's great and all, but it didn't help me in the long run. Kruger helped me in the long run. Gravity Man, before it got deleted, helped me in the long run. Ghost Rider somewhat helped me in the long run, and I know the Spider-Man movie did, but the Spider-Man movie is going to take way too long to remake, and again, there's no telling if it'll be even close to what it used to be, or what it was. So, it's just baby steps from here. So, I mean, I'll do as many things as I can while I still can, but I don't know. It all depends on what's going on and whether or not something works, and if it doesn't work, well, what more can I lose? What more can I lose? I'm not trying to show signs of weakness, but I'm hurt, and I do not hurt at all, usually. Well, I can't really lose my car because it's here, and if I lose this account, well, I'm talking internet-wise, what more can I lose? YouTube is... But... I'm hurt, and I don't hurt easily. I can't tell you how many nights I've just laid in bed and blubbered like a baby because of this. I cannot tell you guys how many times I've done that. So that's true too. I could lose that, but and that's something else I don't want to lose. But I don't want to lose contact with anybody, but I've lost contact with Matthew Reagan. I've lost contact with Jackson Mustard. I've lost contact with a lot of these guys that were really good. So, but I sent both of them emails saying that, hey, this happened. If you want to check out this, this is, I figured out a way back. But it's not as easy as it used to be. Back when I still had all my stuff, all I have to do is just go to YouTube, hit the go live, and boom, done. No problem at all. Now, trying to upload a video is 3 times harder because I've been set back. You know what? I'm not gonna let this crap tear me down like it is. I am going to embrace this opportunity to start fresh. I will do my best to make sure that I haven't skipped a beat or missed a beat or whatever. My first new Lego film will be Bumblebee. I used to be, not anymore. I'm not gonna let this problem take me down. I'm not gonna let it deter me from a better channel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna simply brush it off. So, I mean, yeah, there's still going to be pain, but, you know, you can walk away from pain. You can't walk away from defeat. If that makes any sense at all, meaning I can walk away from, you know, having this happen. I'm just glad that it's only this and not entirely. So, you know, if this is temporary, okay, you know, I'll walk it off and start up fresh when I get my other stuff back. But if it is permanent, well, I've got this. So, I'm not going to let this tear me down, though. I will do my best to bring out videos. So, don't take this personally, but thank God for small favors, because I couldn't stand The Big Bang Theory. I thought it was ridiculous. You know, I realize there's a lot of people who enjoyed the show, and you know, yeah, there were parts of it that made me laugh, but it wasn't something I got into. You know, it was something I would watch if it was on, but it just wasn't one of those shows that I'm like, oh yeah, let's watch this or something like that. So it was an okay show, but I don't know. That does suck though, because that show went on for like what, almost 12 years. Maybe, well, no, it wasn't that long. It went on for a while, though. The world will be taken by storm when The Simpsons ends. That show's been going on for almost 40 years. Well, no, because I guess it started in '89. So yeah, I mean, it's been on the air for about 30 years, almost. Oh yeah, I guess it is almost. Either way, it's been on the air for a long time. So, if I was to end The Simpsons, I would have the last 2 episodes be some of the best. You know, not in terms of humor, but in terms of, like, perfect ending type stuff. If SpongeBob died, I'd be jumping for joy. If Family Guy died, yeah. It's already been canceled once, so. Because didn't it, like, start in 1999 and then got canceled in, like, 2001, and then they brought it back in 2003 or something like that? So. Simpsons isn't bad. I just prefer that over Family Guy, because Family Guy is not funny. You know, people's like, oh yeah, Family Guy is like one of the funniest shows ever. No, it's not. No, it's not. I will watch, like, Family Guy is like one of those shows that I'll watch if it's on. Like, if it's on, I'll watch it and just fall asleep because it's so boring. But like, Simpsons is different for me personally, because it's actually fun, or at least it used to be funny. Like, the characters, the voices themselves are different than what regular people would sound like, and that's what makes it so good, is that the characters' voices sound so ridiculous, it makes it funny. So, I mean, I just recently started watching The Simpsons again, like the old stuff, the good stuff, and I'm still laughing my ass off over it. And, you know, I gave a shot at the new stuff. You know, yeah, it's kind of corny and bad humor, but, you know, it's still something that you can watch and laugh at. So, I mean, you know, yeah, people say, oh, yeah, The Simpsons is going downhill. So, South Park, yeah, South Park should have ended a long time ago. I do like South Park, but it's one of those things that's been going on for too long. Just like Simpsons, it has been going on for way too long. But still bringing in the money, so I guess they can't complain. DC Mills, pretty much what's changing is I am not quitting YouTube, like I had talked about earlier. I will not let my channel being taken down stop me from making good videos. First thing I'm doing, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make Bumblebee. It's going to be about a 12-part movie.
Once Bumblebee is done, I will remake Gravity Man. Once Gravity Man is remade, I will go on to remaking Ghost Rider. Are you talking about the Wonder Woman show or the Wonder Woman movie? Because the Wonder Woman show was... it had its ups and downs, but the Wonder Woman movie was pretty much a female version of Captain America, the First Avenger. Because if you break it down, Wonder Woman is exactly like Captain America, the First Avenger. It's in World War II. The boy is named Steve, who sacrifices himself and crashes a plane and leaves the woman in horrible despair, while Steve could still be alive. And it's based on space stuff, which is exactly what Captain America the First Avenger set off with, is the Space Stone. So, if you break it down, Wonder Woman 2017 is exactly like Captain America the First Avenger from 2011. Or whenever the hell that movie was made. So, neither one of them are bad movies. It's just that they are very similar. It literally should be a crime. So, anyway, DC Mills, I'm not stopping YouTube. But once I finish doing Bumblebee, I will remake Gravity Man. It will not be as long, but hopefully it'll be just as good, if not better. Because that's still fresh, you know, I can still remake that easily. After I remake Gravity Man, I will do Kruger. Or no, I'll do Ghost Rider. After Ghost Rider, I will remake Kruger. And then after Kruger, I will do Worlds Collide. After Worlds Collide, I'll go to the Road Rally. After the Road Rally, I'll do Kruger 2. So, thank you. So, yeah, in a way, I'm kind of glad that they got Captain America out of the way in Endgame. But, you know, it's also going to be kind of sad to see Chris Evans not be Captain America anymore. Because I loved him as Captain America. You know, he was an okay Human Torch, but I like him better as Captain America. So, you know, I mean, it all depends on, like, what exactly their plans are. Because apparently Chris Evans has teased that he's not actually done yet, but he's really close to it. So, who knows? So, but yeah, I won't let this tear me down. I will come back stronger than ever, hopefully. Once I get the right stuff, I will make a Knight Rider weekend series. Every Saturday, I will have a new episode out. So, it'll be a pretty good series, hopefully. Definitely have some cliffhangers. I do need a few things before I'm able to do that particular series. And since I'm trying not to spend any money right now, I can't do it right now. But rest assured, once I get my truck, I will put all of my money towards this. Which means live action Freddy vs. Jason will be starting up soon after that. I'll start doing, you know, the 10 strange Dollar Tree items, that kind of thing, blah, 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 blah. And we'll be doing great. So, but first things first, I'm getting my pickup truck. Once I have that, money will be no problem for this. Provided I remember that. So, Last time I checked, I had 12, but thanks for updating me. Last time I checked, I had 12, but that was 2 weeks ago? Maybe a week ago? I don't remember. But thanks for updating me. 20 people still care. I have not started LegoIdeas.com again yet. I'm going to try to sign in later, as in tomorrow or Sunday. I will not be doing anything Sunday. We can't finish it yet because we still need like $100 worth of crap for for the live action Freddy vs. Jason. We have not put it on the shelves yet, so I mean it is still going to happen, but there's no telling when it'll happen because I'm putting all of my money and focus on my truck. Because that's going to be a very expensive project, and who knows, maybe we can even use it for Freddy vs. Jason. But I want to get that done first, only because I've never really wanted to put a goal in my life aside from hitting 10,000 or 100,000 subscribers so I could get a fucking silver play button. But I've never really put myself to a goal, so if I can meet this goal, I'll be happy. So I mean, it's I realize it's not for you guys because you guys desperately want to see Freddy vs. or live action Freddy v Jason, and we will still do it. It's gonna take some time, so just bear with us for a little bit. We will make it happen. Okay, it will happen. I'm just not 100% sure on when. So it might be this fall or something. It's still not that far away, but it's not that close either. So, it all depends on, when things fall into place. So, if it takes another year to get it done, well, sorry. But trust me, it'll be worth the wait. Trust me, it will be, hopefully. It'll hopefully be worth the wait once it's done. But there are just so many things that I need to get done. There are so many things that I would like to have done, and Freddy vs. Jason is just not one of those things right now. So just bear with us for a little bit. I will do my best to get a nice paying job. Once I have a nice paying job and money starts flowing like that, then I will look at doing it. But it's only going to take about $100 more to finish getting the props. It's quite another thing to also make sure that we make it right and make it flawless, because one small flaw will blow up in the comments like a bomb or like a stink from a bomb. Because if one thing is off, the internet will pick me on it forever. And I'm not saying you guys would, I'm just saying anybody else who shows up that's new would eat me alive on it. Like, oh, this didn't really look right. This here was bullshit. And that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And they would just blow me up in the comments for it. You guys would not, but people who show up who are new would. So, but we have to make sure it is spick and span perfect, because if it's not, like I said, people will eat me up on it. So, but trust me, it will be worth the wait when it's done, or once we're ready for it. So, plus we also have to be concerned about the weather, because we don't want to be dressed in sweaty ass costumes in 100-degree heat either. I'm pretty sure my dad would not go for that, because he's going to be wearing the heaviest of the costumes, because he's going to have a gray shirt on, a torn up blue shirt over that shirt. Yes, he was. He's going to have a giant brown jacket on, plus have a latex full head mask on his head, plus having a hockey mask on his head, plus having dark blue pants and dark shoes. So, you know, we don't want to be out there in 100-degree heat shooting a video. But trust me, it will be worth the wait. So, you know, it's going to be a little bit of time, but we'll make sure that we get it done. Thor was funny, but also somewhat disappointing in Endgame. I think the reason why they made him fat was because they wanted to show that he thought he failed and he wanted to hit rock bottom. Or like they wanted him to be like one of those characters that like he knew he failed and he didn't really want to recover from it, so he let himself go. So that, I think that's why they wanted to make him fat, not just for comic relief, but just for the fact that, you know, he is technically the one who made it half the universe disappear because he didn't go for the head. So, I mean, in a way, I do kind of feel true, yeah, well, that too, but, you know, he also failed to stop Thanos from snapping half of everyone out of existence. So, you know, too many fails. So, I mean, you know, in a way, I feel him. Plus, he's like 1,000 years old or so, so the man does kind of deserve to retire. So, and typically, stereotypically, when someone retires, they let themselves go. So, I mean, the man is like 1,000 years old. He has fought so many battles, killed so many guys. The guy deserves a retirement. So, you know, I guess that's another thing. So, I cannot wait to see that movie again, because it was so freaking good. So, you know, and it did have its plot holes, but honestly, what movie does not? I mean, hell, even Back to the Future has its plot holes, like when Marty goes back in time and freaking Biff sees both Martys, he's like, what the hell? And that doesn't cause a time paradox? But yet, when old Biff talks to young Biff, old Biff vanishes. I mean, you know, there are some plot holes in all movies. I mean, you just can't avoid plot holes unless you make the perfect movie, and no one has made the perfect movie except for the Russo brothers with Endgame, and even then, that's not perfect. So, but hell, even my movies have plot holes. People are still asking me what the hell was the whole point with Ghost Rider, the whole movie. So, personally, I think Back to the Future is one of the best movies ever. Because while, again, some aspects of it don't make a whole lot of sense, it's still one of the most successful trilogies in movie history. So, unless you're quoting Ant-Man, then, you know, Back to the Future may have been wrong on that particular part, but in a way they were right, because one change will change the entire timeline, exactly like Back to the Future 2. Marty went, bought a book, he threw it away, Biff gets it, gives it to his younger self, changes the timeline, boom, new timeline. So, I mean, yeah, they did get that part right, but the Avengers made like 5 new timelines, so yeah. Quoting Ant-Man. Yeah. Back to the Future has got to be one of my favorite movies because it's funny, it's entertaining to watch, And like I said earlier, it is one of the most successful trilogies in history. Usually trilogies do not work well. You know, Star Wars did twice, not 3 times. You know, How to Train Your Dragon worked, but typically Avengers did. You know, Avengers is one of the most successful movies. But typically, when a movie has when a series has 3 movies, they don't work well. That Spider-Man, for instance, you know, Tobey Maguire is probably one of my favorite Spider-Man, if not the best, because not only did he do a perfect job at doing it, again, he also had 3 movies. But the only reason why they didn't do a 4th one is because of the box office records from the 3rd one, and they canceled the movie like 4 days before shooting, which is stupid because I would have loved to see Spider-Man 4. True. Like, no, you keep the tiny one. This was mine, you get the tiny one. I always loved that part. This is mine, you get the tiny one. Oh my god. So, but who knows? So, I'm not, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video because it's 11:22. I am not stopping YouTube, but I can't promise that I'll be doing as many videos as I used to because I am working at getting a job. I'm trying to get my truck, and I'm trying to do a whole bunch of other stuff. So I, for one, am glad Amazing Spider-Man 3 was canceled because I hated Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that. But there were so many plot holes with Amazing Spider-Man 2 that it made the movie boring. I know they made cliffhangers, and I was like, oh my god, you know, Spider-Man's finally going to beat the Rhino, who's not a mutated person, it's a freaking robot. So, you know, and I will give Amazing Spider-Man 2 this. It had pretty good special effects, and it had great actors. That was about it. You know, the storyline confused me. All the action sequences were just kind of felt like they were forced. You know, and I haven't seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2 since it came out 4 years ago, or like almost 5 years ago, because I don't want to watch it again. It wasn't something I wanted to watch it again. You know, it just, for me, it did not work. It felt like close enough. It was a robotic suit. So, close enough though. But, you know, again, I haven't seen the movie since it came out because it just wasn't something I wanted to watch again because I thought it was ridiculous. But, like, they killed Green Goblin 10 minutes into the movie. 10 minutes into the movie! Spider-Man's greatest villain is killed off 10 minutes into the movie. No proper fight, no proper supervillain suit, no proper anything. Just boop, dead. It's like, what the hell? Mech, robot, same thing. It's a thing with moving parts that is a machine. Close enough. Either way, the movie was bad. I did not like the fact that they made Harry Osborn the Green Goblin, or the fact that they made him turn into a real goblin. That, for me, is just... leave that to the cartoons. Leave that to the cartoons to do that. Because cartoons can get away with it. Because, you know, cartoons, kids like to see good guys become bad guys. But they also like to see, you know, weird, creepy little cartoon dudes. That's fine. You know, if they make the Green Goblin as a goblin in a show, that's fine. You know, they can do that. They can get away with stuff like that. You can't do that in a movie because people are going to eat you up on it. And Amazing Spider-Man 2 is also the movie that destroyed Sony because they spent like $200 million shooting the film, and it blew up in the box office because a lot of people were falling asleep in it. I mean, if you spend $200 million on a movie, you should be able to make sure that the audience does not fall asleep. My dad fell asleep like 5 minutes into the movie because it was so boring. It started off slow. For me, it just did not work. And I realize a lot of people are going to hate me on this. I did not like The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I thought it was boring. Electro was not a bad part of it, but, and I'm not being racist or anything, don't make him a black guy, because Electro has always been a dude with a starfish mask. That was like the biggest jokes in the comics with Electro, was his starfish-shaped mask. Where was that in The Amazing Spider-Man 2? They went with the Ultimate Universe instead of the Amazing Universe. The Amazing Universe had the starfish mask. The Ultimate Universe had a blue glowing Electro, which is great to see in a movie, but those are extra special effects that were not needed. Just throw on a green suit, throw on a yellow mask, boom, you have the Electro. Yeah. Now, I have not played Spider-Man PS4 because I don't have a PS4, so I have no idea what you're talking about there. But, yeah, I'll admit, they make pretty damn good video games. But, keep it to video games. Keep that kind of stuff, like that extra stuff, like having Green Goblin actually being a goblin, have Electro being an actual electric being. Have all of that stay in video games. Don't put it in movies. Because this is what you need to make a good Spider-Man film. One, you gotta have a good Peter Parker / Spider-Man. He can't be best at one or the other. Because Andrew Garfield is good as Peter Parker. He's not good as Spider-Man. Tom Holland is great at both Spider-Man and Peter Parker. So is Tobey Maguire. He's good at being both characters. Andrew Garfield, on the other hand, he's only good at being Peter Parker, and even then, he's too old to play Peter Parker. 2, you gotta make sure you have a good story, because if you don't have a good story, the movie is going to suck. 3, you gotta make sure you have a decent villain, because a good villain makes up the movie. For instance, Endgame and Infinity War. Thanos was by far the best choice for those films, not just because of the storyline and, cha-ching, but because he's just a flat-out great villain, and Josh Brolin played him perfectly. 4, you gotta make sure you have the good special effects, because if you just have the cheap shit, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. 5, you gotta make sure you have a good suit, because if you ruin the Spider-Man suit, people are going to tear you apart on social media. For me, Tobey Maguire is the best. So, yeah, for me, Tobey Maguire is the best because I grew up with Tobey Maguire, watching Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, and he played him for a while, and he makes you believe that he is the character. You know what I mean? Like, he makes you believe that he is Spider-Man. He makes you do. But you know what I mean? Like, he makes you feel like you're actually watching Spider-Man, not you're just watching some kid in a costume. So I mean that's what my thing is. It has to be believable while also enjoyable, like both Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire. And yes, a whole bunch of memes came out of those movies, but those are old, and I don't pay attention to memes anyway, so I'm good on that part. It doesn't ruin the movie for me. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of memes for those movies, but, you have to admit they're still enjoyable, especially the second one. Spider-Man 2 has got to be one of the best superhero movies ever because it has a perfect story, a terrific acting cast, and a really, really good villain, and almost perfect special effects. It was an expensive-ass movie, but it was money well spent. Spider-Man 2 is by far my favorite out of the three original Spider-Man movies. Just because of Dr. Octopus. It's not even because of the story. Dr. Octopus was by far my favorite part of that movie because I don't remember who played him, because I know who did, but I can't remember what his name is. He played the character flawlessly. From being the sweet doctor to the massive genocide dude, he went from the transition perfectly. He made you believe it. He made you understand that, yeah, he doesn't want to be evil, but he kind of can't control it either. So, he pulls it off wonderfully. So, if they ever bring back Dr. Octopus in an actual MCU Spider-Man movie, they need to try to get him back, at least for a cameo. So, Spider-Man 3 wasn't bad. I think the only thing I did not like about Spider-Man 3 was when he wore the suit under his clothes and became a jackass. That was it. Venom could have been a little bit better, but they made him so realistic, he still scares the hell out of me. Every time the jump scare with Venom shows up in that movie, I freak out. I'm like, jeez, I can see it coming a mile away, and it still makes me jump. And then, Green Goblin as Harry Osborn, that was great and all. And, the whole rivalry finally coming to an end was great. Harry dying sucked, but, it was bound to happen eventually. Sandman was probably the best part of Spider-Man 3. Gwen Stacy felt like she was like a Rush character. So I kind of figured, Gwen Stacy felt like she was just an added character because they had the extra money to do it. Because she wasn't really that big of a part in the movie. The special effects of Venom were unbelievable because they were so good. But Gwen Stacy, she was literally added just because they had enough money to do it. Because she was only there for maybe 20 minutes in the movie. And the time that she was there, she was just trying to make sure that Spider-Man looked like he was, going to her, not MJ. So, and the whole freaking Mary Jane wanting to marry Spider-Man, but then choosing not to, then choosing to do it again, then choosing not to do it again, and then choosing to do it. That got me bonkers. But, still, yes, Gwen Stacy was in Spider-Man 3. She was the one who fell off the building. She was the one who fell off the skyscraper while the machine malfunctioned. And she was also Eddie Brock's girlfriend in that movie. So yes, Gwen Stacy was in Spider-Man 3. And she felt like an added character that was not supposed to be there. But they did it just because they had money to do it. So, if I was to remake Spider-Man 3, this is what I would do. I would have Venom still the main villain. I would keep Sandman, but only those two. Don't add Harry Osborn as the bad guy. You don't need 3. You want to set up a Sinister Six, which is what they were doing until they canceled Spider-Man 4. They were setting up a Sinister Six, but unfortunately they didn't get to do it. But this is what you need to do. Make Spider-Man finally marry Mary Jane. It's been teased since Spider-Man 1. Just hurry up and make it happen. Leave Harry dead, or bring Harry on Spider-Man's team. You know, make them a tag team even. Hell. Make Sandman a good guy at the end, just like they did. Don't kill Venom. Don't kill Venom or Eddie Brock. Because that was a big mistake. Because they could have done a fourth one had they kept Venom alive. Don't have somebody crying in that movie. Because there were too many times when Tobey Maguire burst into tears in that movie. It drove me nuts. I know there is talks of a Spider-Man MCU or Spider-Man Sinister Six in the MCU, which I am all for. If they do it right, and knowing the MCU, they can do no wrong. So I mean, aside from Thor: The Dark World, but yeah, I mean, just you gotta make sure that you just have a good story. That's all I'm saying. So, well, I can't think of anything else to talk about. I will be going to Bricks and Minifigs again tomorrow for some minor things. Since now that I did finish that Optimus Prime truck, almost did, I'm going to start a new truck, a new 18-wheeler. Well, not really. I'm going to use the same trailer, but I'm going to build a new cab, or like new truck in general. And it'll be the Michael Bay style Optimus Prime. So it'll be good, hopefully. So Hydro Man, Sandman, Mysterio, Vulture, Shocker, Scorpion are all in the MCU. Scorpion's not quite there yet, but he's close. Very close. Kraven is supposed to be in the next Spider-Man movie, because there's a Spider-Man movie set for the future called Spider-Man Hunted. And you know they're going to have Kraven, and I know the perfect actor to play him. Get Rusev from freaking WWE. Get him to play Kraven. I guarantee you it'd be flawless. Yeah, I know 3 of them are in Far From Home. But, I mean, you know, you got to make sure if you're going to cast Kraven, you got to do it right. You don't want to screw it up. I know there's the whole jail scene in the extra credits. So I have nothing else to talk about. I have a very long weekend ahead of me. I have a whole bunch of crap to do tomorrow, and then Saturday I'm gonna try to see if I can go pick up that shelf, as well as go to a car show and a whole bunch of other things. So it's gonna be a very, very long weekend. I honestly don't pity my wife whenever I get married, because I'm a fairly nice guy in real life. You know, I'm a nice guy, period, on both internet and in reality. But I'm a very nice person once you get to know me, because I put other people's needs before my own, usually. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't make a great guy in general, but, you know, sometimes I do tend to overreact to things. So, yeah, pretty much straight out of Deadpool. I think most likely he'll return. I kind of figured it was a Deadpool reference. Yeah, I got it with a nut shot. So, but I don't know. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Real quickly before we go, we have now finally finished the Jason mask that we will be using in the live action Freddy vs. Jason video. Yeah, I got it. Metal, but yeah. It was Colossus. So this is the mask
that we are going to use for the live action Freddy vs. Jason. So it is very beat up, and believe it or not, this started off as a Dollar Tree mask. It's obviously been heavily modified. So this is going to be the mask that will be in the live action Freddy vs. Jason. So happy early birthday, because I'm probably going to forget. If I don't, great. If I do, I'm going to go ahead and wish you happy birthday now, so that way I don't forget. So, trust me, I have a very bad memory. But, yeah, this originally started off as a glow-in-the-dark Dollar Tree mask of all things. But heavily modified. Oh. So, I mean, there's still a few things I need to do for this thing, like making the straps bigger, making up here not hurt so much, because when I was cutting this axe part out, this split, and I had to super glue it, so now when it just sits on your face, it like pushes into your eyebrow, and it hurts like hell. So, that's something I need to fix. So, no, it does not still glow in the dark. It's been painted over on the front and back. So, I mean, actually, I don't know. To answer your question, no, it does not glow in the dark still. So no, to answer your question, this does not still glow in the dark. So, I am working on finishing all of the Friday parts, masks, including 3 custom ones for my small fries, or my small fry, my siblings. My brother wants a Savini Jason mask. My sisters want their own versions of a mask, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish or do parts 4, 5, 6, I already have 7, 8, and 9. I don't know how I'm going to do 9 though. And 10, obviously. I can't do the Uber Jason mask because I just can't do that. And I won't do that because it's too much of a pain in the ass. But anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. I got a really bad cold chill. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys all later on Ultimate Deadpool. Peace out. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.